Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hellcase Cup here. My name is Dinko. I'm going to be joined by Hawk, and we're right into the action here. It's going to be Japaleno versus Hard Legion. And while Hard Legion coming into this one should be the favourites, but then again, you never really know with online Counter-Strike, especially with CIS teams. And while Japaleno certainly have a lot of exciting players on this roster.
Yeah, a couple of dangerous Swedes on this team for sure. We'll be watching out for them in this series. Starting on Inferno, let's see how the pistol round plays out. Smoke into tabz' position. Can't really spam through that with the USP, so not able to do any damage. And Hard Legion, with a couple of smokes, have got themselves onto this A site safely.
Well, they have indeed, and now the bomb planted, they can just sink themselves deep in towards that A-bomb site and hold on for the retake attempt. Japaleno going on it, looking to try and take the site back. It's going to be Forrester that sits in the pit, a strong position to try and deal with here as they move forward. There'll be a nade that lands onto the position of Forrester. He wants to go back for more, but Forrester's just holding position. Krad with a headshot. Dezon is going to go down. A good kill on towards tabz as well as the bomb is tapped. It's FREDDyFROG with a headshot. The kills keep coming in. It's the CT side of the favourite at the moment. Krad knifing away in the smoke. It's his teammate though. The Relaxa falls to FREDDyFROG and Krad to the smoke. Dices up FREDDyFROG himself. It's going to be 1-0. Hard Legion with the pistol, but chaos immediately here on Inferno.
Yeah, as soon as Hard Legion get that A site, you think they should be able to close it out in the 5v5 post plant. And it does come messy, it does become a bit chaotic, but Krad gets that knife, which secures the round. And Hard Legion off to a good start here on Inferno on this T side. They take the early 1-0 lead. Over on the Japaleno side, though, they will be forcing up into this second round. And a bit of damage done to kinqie early. He's down to 13 health. Full rifles out for Hard Legion, though, so they look pretty prepared for this force bite. They're making sure they've got the weaponry available to try and deal with these deagles. And Forrester already looking into top mid. FREDDyFROG, there we go. Quick shot on the deag. Gives this team an early pick.
Yeah, man advantage, and this is the kind of stuff we're talking about. The Swedes can pull this off. You know, they have these individuals that can certainly show up. Hard Legion have are probably one of the teams that have picked up the newer knives here, Alex, I'm noticing. I think one of the knives is called the Navaya knife. That's the paracord. So Hard Legion rocking the new weapons, and it sort of signals that they are the new talent as well in the CIS region. I think Forrest is certainly a player to look out for alongside Krad. Rage has been a really solid AWPer now, replacing SpeedAxe. So this team definitely have a lot of potential, while Krad is the man opening things up. Good headshot in reply. They have a lot of damage taken on board though, but they're going to be finding kills nonetheless. Now Plessen stuck inside of the pit. Krad starting to swing on by. Archway eliminated. It's tabz that will fall, but suddenly 2 kills come in on the deagles, and we're right back into a 2 versus 2. kinqie's on 13 HP. FREDDyFROG starting to come around the side. Maybe tapping down in towards the pit, but FREDDyFROG reloads the AK. Now a 1 versus 2 for him. He certainly can win this with the high HP and the helmet as well here. The 2 Galils would be a bit of an issue, especially having kinqie so low in HP, stuck inside the bomb site. Svyat, while the time is ticking, he's doing a good job of just sort of distracting and drawing the attention away, delaying FREDDyFROG's approach. He hasn't got a kit. There's no time to waste here. They move forward. He'll find one. Now he needs to get on the bomb and almost has to stick it at this point. Not enough time to win the round, unfortunately, here for FREDDyFROG. It's going to do a lot of damage, though. 4 kills picked up for him. And the round, well, it does go in favour of Hard Legion, but FREDDyFROG eliminates every player here and also walks away with an AK.
And FREDDyFROG normally is the man to watch on this Japaleno side. He's normally one of the standout players for sure. He's showing up early as well with the deag shots, with the AK kills, and the ability to save the rifle into the next round. Like you said, forcing a lot of reinvestment from Hard Legion. Basically, all their money spent back into buying into this round over on the T side. So if Japaleno can just do a bit more damage here with this AK and with these pistols, they could really keep Hard Legion's economy in question early in this game. Nade stack down mid, not doing too much. Hard Legion sitting back, making sure they don't take any early nade damage. So now it's mainly up to the pistols alongside this AK to just rely on landing some shots.
Well, FREDDyFROG now with the AK. It's going to be the pistols in play as well. Plessen's going to pull himself off of short and back onto the bomb site itself. Forrester walks from Boiler on towards the same bomb site. Around the corner, dezon just waiting. Won't really be too much of a test here for Forrester though. Should be a relatively easy round for the majority of Hard Legion now as they move forward. Forrester just clearing the positions. Doesn't want to be caught off by anything, and while he is going to be looking down this way, and there it is, the spot from dezon. He takes down Forrester. And the rest of the push coming in. Krad looking to get rid of the pit player. Eventually he will. Now Plessen looking to try and capitalize on the distraction, the weakness that his teammate has created. And now the bomb can get planted. The smoke up in Plessen's face. He cannot get involved. He cannot find any success here. And so he's waiting on his teammates coming back up through middle. FREDDyFROG still alive with that AK. Winning this retake is probably not all that likely, but if they can keep the players in the bomb site, if they can lock them in, and hold on for these exit frags and do as much damage as possible, it's going to be hugely detrimental to the economy of Hard Legion. They aren't in a position where they have a whole lot to save over. They haven't got the extra cash. Krad's going to be fighting out kinqie as well. It's on to Plessen and tabz, looking to try and keep the players in the bomb site. Krad incredibly low. Plessen with another headshot. Krad's going to die here as well. And there we go. Only svyat surviving. Brilliant stuff coming in from Japaleno. That's a lot of damage done. And look at Hard Legion's money.
Yeah, they really have put a lot of pressure on the economy early. Hard Legion may be winning the rounds. They may have the 3-0 lead. But you can already see into this very round, the economy starting to come into play. kinqie's gone down to a Mac 10. Svyat has something at drop for him. There is an AK there on the floor, which he will take. So good nades across the board. Just the 1 Mac 10 for the time being. But if Hard Legion lose this round, that's when they're going to have real problems. So now that Japaleno have got their guns out, they'll be looking for some success. But kinqie going for some early banana control with the run and gun of this SMG. And Japaleno have been forced away. So banana control gathered by Hard Legion. Pretty good start to the round for them. And Japaleno are sticking with 3 at B because of that early presence they saw. They want to make sure they don't fall to a fast B execute. But Hard Legion are just going to play it slow.
Slow is the name of the game here for Hard Legion. Realizing they're not in the best position at the moment, economically speaking. Want to make sure that they keep as many players alive, they limit the casualties, and work their way into a round win here. Japaleno have got 2 players down in towards the A pit side. Well, one up in the balcony, one in the pit. One off towards the library area. Hard Legion have assumed control in towards long side, leaving 1 player there, while the rest start to put pressure in towards banana. It is only FREDDyFROG over here. And he's only got 1 flash. He hasn't got the utility to hold this off. He's stuck inside of the bomb site. And with the lack of utility being used up, Hard Legion should realize that there isn't going to be a whole lot coming their way. So they're going to toss the smokes in. Krad's making a little bit of a solo player towards the A bomb site, keeping him here, preventing their rotations. And now it's a 4v2 heading in towards this B bomb site. Plessen playing with the smoke. His teammate falls to the side without a single kill. And well, job done. Round 1 here by Hard Legion. It has to be the save call from the remaining players of Japaleno, surely, at this point. We're back in CT. I think they realize getting back into the site is just impossible. They're going to back away, saving what they can. Plessen needs to be careful. He needs to get out of dodge here himself. And Forrester's going to start walking through the smoke. Plessen needs to be careful here. He will spot Forrester. Takes him down, and now he can flee the scene. So it's going to be 4-0. Hard Legion, good answer, good round, really. And Japaleno, a little bit unfortunate for them, but they do save these 3 weapons over, so at least they'll have something to play with into this next round.
Saving these 3 guns should leave them in a good enough spot to buy into this one. Drop some guns over to their teammates. This is one of the rounds where, unfortunately, they couldn't focus on keeping Hard Legion's economy low anymore because their own money was much more pressing at this point. And we'll see if the Swedes decide to buy. I think they should be, considering they have the cash to drop their 2 teammates. They can get a good buy together. They won't even be missing too many nades if they go for it. But with a pause coming through, they will have a bit more time to make up their minds here ahead of this 5th round. And Hard Legion, even though they've taken damage to their economy, they just keep on winning the rounds, this time going for the B site execute, which we hadn't seen from them earlier on. But it works out nicely for them. Getting that initial banana control was really big as well, just making sure they could set up that B play to begin with. And let's see the buys from Japaleno. I thought they were going to go for the force-up with some dropped guns, but it looks like they've decided against that. They're actually going to take the half buy on the Japaleno side, so a very conservative approach taken here by the CTs.
They know that there's economic battle. If you start it early on into the game, it can become a very scary scenario for the CT side, right? Everything's a little bit more expensive over on the defensive side of things. So instead of getting themselves into that rut economically, they're going to take the hit here early on. They still have some weapons you can play with. Certainly still potent, but saving that money for a later date. Well, dezon, oh. Krad is so quick on these headshots. dezon does fall. Now the A-bomb site has fallen as well, so Japaleno, I mean, really, you probably just want to save these rifles like that, right? You just got to carry those over. It'll give you so much extra to work with, and also give you some reserve cash left over for the following rounds as well. So you definitely want to keep this head armor, the fuse kit, smoke, AK, M4. You've got a lot going for you here in this round. So save that over into the next one. Hard Legion, again, aren't really in an economic position to hunt just yet. They will be after this round, though, because this is where they win another round pretty cleanly. This time keeping 5 players alive, and their money can really build. Which is why I'm actually a fan of the call from Japaleno in that previous round to not, or this round, should I say, to not invest fully. And with Forrester knows they'll get a little bit of extra cash next round. It'll probably hurt them a little bit more if he gets a few kills here. Luckily, FREDDyFROG, the player who's currently having a bit of a jolt, is the player with the least to save, and he will fall. And really, they're going for this hunt now, Alex. They really want to get rid of everything, and while tabz is going to be under pressure, he's trying to keep his teammate alive, but it's not going to happen. They lose the AK. And while tabz is the only player that survives on over here for Japaleno, the money finally in the bank, all picked up as well. This is the first real gun round, the first real test.
And the other upside of saving on over means they can finally get the AWP out into the hands of Relaxa into this 6th round, which is something that they wouldn't have had if they went for the force buy. So I'm sure that's part of it as well. You also always want those nades on Inferno, which we'll be using at the start of this round. A couple of mollies put into place. Hard Legion have to slow things down early. The banana control not being given over to them as easily this time round. Japaleno are now backing off after using a bit of early utility, so Hard Legion go for a top mid aggression. Forrester taking a big risk there, going for the solo play. It doesn't pay off for him, and Japaleno get an early man advantage. This is looking much better for them, especially with that nade landing onto Krad. There's the follow-up frag from dezon, and Japaleno are looking good to get their first round win.
For sure, this is a much better start from them. This is exactly the kind of performance you want to see out of them. And we'll see if they can keep it up. Now moving forward, it's going to be a minute left on the clock. Good setup. This B-bomb's on at the moment. This boost from tabz should be good for at least one, and that's going to be kinqie hitting the tech. Now 2v5, just unwinnable. tabz continues to spam through Rage. Yet to do anything. Does fall as well through the smoke, and that is much better from Japaleno. They find themselves their first gun round, and they win it convincingly. And that is going to be Hard Legion sort of questioning what the hell just happened in that round. Now they're looking down the barrel of a pretty scary scenario. Krad has been unbelievable in terms of his start so far, but he's got to go for an AK with no head armor. Luckily, they're in a situation where there's only one weapon in play that if you are to be headshotted is that M4, so it's not exactly a big deal here with the recovered AKs, but certainly if you get wallbanged through a wall or whatever, you get that aim punch, it is a little bit unfortunate, but for the most part, it's better to have this AK. Krad has been lightning fast on these headshots. Rage has been quiet, hasn't really been doing too much here at the start of this. And now he has the AWP, Alex. He could certainly change that.
Currently playing on banana with that AWP, where Japaleno haven't really been contesting so far. They've been playing back from the site, waiting to use their utility. And the nice thing here for Japaleno is both those B players still have loads of nades left. So as soon as they spot one man, they can put a quick molly down. They don't have to instantly be in trouble on this B site. They've also just put a smoke down on top banana, but Hard Legion have made it through that. Bit more nade damage being done, but Hard Legion continue to hold on to this banana control, continue to set themselves up for this B play. Krad will be on the lurk while the rest of the team move into this B side of the map. And let's see what Japaleno's B bomb site defense is going to look like. Because this time they are going to be properly tested from the start of the round. Flash comes in, but Hard Legion is creeping on him.
Oh no, the Molotov. Oh, that's going to slow the play. FREDDyFROG only manages one from the position though. Traded back by Forrester almost immediately. And now it's tabz at the back of the bomb site. Allowing his teammate to flash on it, knowing Hard Legion haven't crossed yet. The smoke's gone. They're going to walk forward. The run boost not working. And a kill comes in from tabz. And that's going to force Hard Legion to flee. There's only 13 seconds left. Not enough time to win the round here. They're going to be saving on into the next one. And what a disaster that is for Hard Legion.
Yeah, you can see why kinqie just wanted to go for the aggression through the molly, just wanted to go for the push, because he knew that if they sat back, the time was going to be a problem. The lack of CT smoke was probably going to be a big issue as well, because he knew they'd have the chance to rotate. So you can see what kinqie was thinking there, but unfortunately not on the same page as his teammates. Hard Legion gets slowed down significantly by the counter nades, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Because Japaleno were just playing back on the bomb site with all their nades still intact, if they just use those nades at a good time, as long as they get good timing on the information plays, they can really throw a spanner into the works. And they put that molly down at such a good spot, such a good time. Second round win on the board for Japaleno, and it's looking likely to be a third with that kill coming in. Plessen gets them off to a good start. Nice shots from Plessen. He's finally traded out, but here comes dezon. Another punch coming into play from Japaleno. They just get aggressive in this round and get themselves a big lead.
And now, well, here comes the knockout punches. It's going to be dezon getting rid of Krad. svyat, the last remaining player with a UMP. Looking back over and towards the ramp area. Smoke goes down to the right side. It's all about doing as much damage as he can here. This has been a big turnaround from the boys over at Japaleno. They'll be very happy with this performance. Hard Legion struggling. Well, svyat's going to turn around. Going to be shut down by dezon. And now we take a look at what Hard Legion have out of this next round. It's nothing, so probably another round win here for Japaleno. We're looking at 5-4. Who knows where this game might go. Hard Legion get off to a good start, yes, but we already talked about how close a couple of those rounds were. A lot of the damage being done by Japaleno early on. It isn't the most convincing from Hard Legion. Well, when Japaleno get the guns in, they're playing sound CS here on Inferno.
Ooh, this could be a bit dangerous. We'll see. Relaxa. Oh, backs off just in time. AWPers generally tend to have a good understanding of the fact they can only really sit there for a couple of seconds before it starts to get very, very dangerous. And it's a good thing that Relaxa backed away when he did, because he could have been in trouble. Here comes Krad, though, walking into the open. Hard Legion having to take some risks in this round, and that nearly worked out for Krad there on the timing. But Japaleno remain calm. Remain able to sit back on the bomb sites and force Hard Legion to make the play.
And on Relaxa, holding in towards top middle. A minute on the clock, or just below now at this point. The Swedish AWPer just holding the position, ready for these pistols to round the corner. There's not even a single flashbang on Hard Legion, so they just have to throw bodies in this. And what Krad? Here's the Molotov get used and swings on his opportunity. Headshot comes in. dezon now holding from the pit, manages one. Plessen backing him up. Well, it's clean up now, Alex. Every kill coming in for the CT side. Forrester and svyat into a 2 versus 3. They'll try their best to get onto the bomb site. Well, that's exactly what svyat's done here. He's going to be tucking that bomb back into the corner. He's going to steal away a bomb plant. Should be dead in any second now. And there it is. But still a bomb plant out of that. They'll be happy enough. And now Hard Legion can go into this next round with a little bit of extra cash in their back pocket.
Yeah, Krad's form continuing even into these low buys. He gets 2 kills in that one. That's now 13 on the board for Krad. He's the highest rated player in the last 3 months for Hard Legion, and you can see why with the stats right now on the Hard Legion side. Krad has been their talisman, basically their only player who's able to consistently get kills on the board. That's going to have to change as this game goes on, but for now, Krad's been winning them some rounds. Hard Legion have a 5-4 lead, but Japaleno have been grinding their way back into this one. The 4-round win streak on their CT side, and it's as soon as Japaleno saved for that really good gun round where they had the full nades and the AWP that they started getting round wins on the board. So clearly ended up being a good decision for them to save so heavily. Now that they've got the guns out, they're looking much improved, much more confident. But Hard Legion this time round, all grouping up on the A side of the map early into this one. A couple of players waiting outside of this A-long smoke, and as it stands, A-long is wide open. This could give Hard Legion a lot of options here.
Well, Hard Legion have got plenty of options, but tabz might just close them down and, well, line them up. He gets 2 kills, but finally, that tab is closed. Too many open, Alex, and now it's going to be a man advantage in play here for Japaleno. Just under a minute left. Hard Legion kind of splintered at the moment, wondering what they can do. Putting pressure onto this A-bomb site is really one of their best options now. Plessen coming in from behind, though. This boiler push into the back of Rage could be everything, but Rage turns around. He finds the headshot, and now dezon under pressure in the pit. He'll manage one into Forrester. He swings to the right side, but Krad is going to be there with the wall bang, and now the bomb plant can come through. It's going to be Japaleno pulling the 2 players over from B and going for this retake. They've got plenty of utility, not having to use any of it early in the round. And now they're going to come back into this retake with a real chance. Low HP, both on Krad and Ridge, but Krad is just so good at these headshots. Finally, the launch from FREDDyFROG and the double kill from the balcony results in a round win for Japaleno. That's going to be a 5th round picked up, and that's out of nowhere.
FREDDyFROG just launches himself out the apartments, gets both those kills, and that's all they need on the Japaleno side of things. The Twins win the 2v2, all thanks to FREDDyFROG. And as you pointed out, because those B players aren't using their nades early to fight for Banana, they can actually use them on the retake if they want. Not that they really needed the nades that time, because FREDDyFROG just used his teammates' information to get the trade kills. But again, over on the Hard Legion side, it's still just Krad getting the kills. That's the problem.
Yeah, and he has 16-6, and the closest on his team is 3, and that is kinqie, Forrester, and svyat on 3. And then Ray is just on the 1 kill, so Krad is a one-man army right now, and that can't really continue. And unfortunately, it's showing no signs of changing, really. Hard Legion have, quite frankly, been terrible at pulling the utility and really forcing Japaleno to use it up. They haven't really been good at this default. It's very much, we'll flash Krad in and hope he kills everyone, and that's certainly been working to an extent, but it's getting them close enough to round wins, but every time it's just Japaleno taking the edge now, so they really have to try and work their way into this. Hard Legion need to think about what they need to do on the T side. They need to be a bit more methodical, drain some of this utility in Japaleno, give themselves a chance in the late round, because right now they're always facing the deficit.
4-man B stack early for Japaleno. This is always a nice way for those A players to use some early nades on B, and then Hard Legion might think that the B side players don't have any nades left because it was that 4-man B stack early. They saw some nades on Banana, but the B players still have their nades intact. So keep that in mind as this round goes on. If Hard Legion end up going to B, that could become an important factor. But right now, Hard Legion are focusing on top mid control. And Japaleno have got a couple of players stacked on A long. They're going to be smoked off here. This is a really passive A site hold from Japaleno. If Hard Legion actually push up through short and start to move to the site, Japaleno could be in trouble. But this boost is a nice way to see that short is currently clear. And Plessen has got to be careful. There are so many players close by. Look at the minimap. Oh god, Plessen, 1 kill from above, but the tower has been toppled by kinqie. And Hard Legion get themselves an early man advantage.
Well, Relaxa, he's going to be here with the AWP. They're going to be walking forward. The smoke starts to fit. Nice shot from Relaxa. Looking for another one here. Krad around the corner, but he's going to fall, and that's the bomb gone. Now it's Rage and Forrester trying to find their way into this. The bomb just lies on the floor in front of the scope of Relaxa. The Molotov spreading its flames across the bomb as well. And Relaxa's going to start spamming through, trying to connect a lucky shot. But it's not going to be happening. Goes for the no-scope. Did it land? Forrester took some damage. Maybe through the wall or something. Forrester is going to get across nonetheless. Rage is going to be looking back in the middle, and he's going to find a chance. There's the kill on towards tabz. That might just completely shift the tides in this post plant. Forrester stands on top of Graveyard, looking over the top of the smoke, but now has to come off the angle. Aware that short is a weakness. And now, really, they're being stretched thin on this hold. Both of the CTs coming in from the same position. They've grouped up, and now Forrester comes down to timing. Is he looking in the right place at the right time? He is, and the lineup is there. Forrester on the spray, gets the double kill, and finally, Hard Legion have a round where someone else steps up.
Yeah, exactly. With Krad not getting a kill in the round, it's great that Hard Legion are able to get a round win without Krad having to have impact. kinqie gets those initial kills on long. He just lines up those two players going for the double boost. That put Hard Legion in good stead to begin with, but they still had to work hard to win the round because it ended up turning into a 2 versus 3. But Rage got aggressive with the AWP, landed a nice shot. He's been very quiet so far, so a big kill from him. And then they finally close it out with Forrester. And this time round, it's Krad again back to his success. After one round where he was quiet, he gets a quick kill at the start of this one. You can't keep this man down for 2 rounds in a row, apparently.
No, Krad is a beast, and when he walks forward, another one. How does he win that fight? That is just so crazy. And when I was FREDDyFROG and tabz left alone into a 2 versus 5, and they're saving immediately. Krad just breaks down their door. He's 1 HP, and he just continues to storm on in. Well, that's just completely unbelievable, really. Forrester does assist him, and if Forrester starts to get going, Krad and Forrester can be a real deadly duo. Seen that against Na'Vi, didn't we? I think you were casting that game, Alex.
Yeah. Yeah, that was... Krad just in general, I love having a really good aggressive rifler on your team. And CIS region in general has some really good aggressive riflers. Mir on Spirit has been so good recently.
I played, I had the... Oh, what tabz? He's going to take out svyat. And of course, he's going to shut him down. So no one's saving over here for Japaleno. And look at the money. It's in the bin, actually. So a lot going against that. Did have the opportunity to play against Krad once. And that was not a fun experience for me.
No.
It's got banged out every single round. But you know, you can feel it much more. Because obviously you can get banged out by just a good player. But when you play against a professional like Krad, who's just got this unreal aim, it's so easy to see the difference, right? Because you literally don't feel like you stand a single chance in any aim duel against Krad. Whereas, you know, on average, against a good player, you do have an opportunity. But Krad is just ungodly with his aim. And while svyat's going to run up, just catching out Plessen. Okay, dezon gets a double kill. And that's the bomb in the apartments. Man advantage picked up.
Bomb firmly in control of the CTs for the time being. dezon will try and hold this one, but his teammates aren't in a position to help him too easily. And arguably more importantly, his teammates don't have the best weapons to help him. kinqie could be caught in the back though. Oh, he just about gets away with his life. And in the meantime, dezon's been dealt with. So now that bomb can be recovered. And Hard Legion don't have to commit to the A site here. But they know they're up against these pistols, so they feel pretty safe in doing so. They're going to start to move in. The Molotov gives them even more ground. And now that they get this bomb planted, Hard Legion should have recovered this one.
Well, Forrester in the apartments. FREDDyFROG has just picked up an AK, and Forrester hears that. He's going to take him down because of it. Now Relaxa, the last remaining player. Scout on an A retake. Not feeling his chances, especially because he looks towards the mini pit at the wrong time, and kinqie will take him away. It's a 5. Hard Legion, they have woken up. Forrester especially, he's now up there, 11 kills on the board. kinqie's been assisting him alongside Krad. And now it's 18 kills for Krad, 11 for Forrester, 6 for kinqie. Still 4 and 2 on Rage and svyat. You'd love to see them get involved a little more. But for the most part, a much more impressive performance from a few more players here on Hard Legion. Now Japaleno, they're going to get a buy back in. It's going to be the AWP in the hands of Relaxa. The M4s across the board. Good amount of utility. Lack of kits though. That's the one factor to keep an eye out for. dezon does have one at least. Moving around number 14, the penultimate round of the half. It's important here for Japaleno. If they lose this one, we're likely looking at 10-5 actually. So this is an important time for the team. They win this, they've got an opportunity to perhaps get 7. Very crucial round coming up here. FREDDyFROG, a little bit of utility sprinkled in. Not the best buy here from Japaleno, but certainly one that is potent enough.
Yeah, they need to make sure they win this, like you were saying. Very important round for them, but FREDDyFROG is stuck in the flames. Oh no, so much damage done, and Krad's able to spam him through the smoke. Japaleno try and fight for Banana, but it doesn't work for them. And now tabz has got to be very careful. Out of ammo, they can move into this B bomb site, and tabz is in trouble. Krad with a second entry kill, and he's basically just won them this round. With those 2 frags alone, it's round over.
Well, again, the battering ram. Just destroy. Have you watched Lord of the Rings, Alex?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know in the Two Towers when the Battle of Helm's Deep and Uruk-hai are just like smashing down the doors?
Right.
That's what Krad is. But he's not even... He's just that big thing that runs his head straight into the door.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's Krad.
I'm just looking up the opening kill stats. He's 7-0 in opening duels right now. Krad is absurd. Just keeps on getting the entries for his team, and normally it leads to round wins, as has been proven in this one. 9-5 for Hard Legion. I feel like Krad has won so many rounds by himself here. It's been massive, and Plessen gets a couple of kills of his own at the end, at the very least, able to save the gun on over. But Hard Legion's money is obviously fine heading into this last round of the half. 20 kills for Krad already. He could make it even more at the half here. Japaleno, though, at least saves some guns. They have a reasonable buy put together. But the best they can hope for is 6 at the half.
Well, they desperately need one more to make this competitive. You know, 10-5, still a scoreline you can come back from, but it does become quite difficult if you lose the pistol going into the second half. So, they'll scrap together any round that they can. Relaxa, I feel like he shot down the one pixel that didn't have a player standing in it. That's just so unfortunate. And now dezon's under so much pressure, stuck inside the pit, overrun. Well, Hard Legion, this is just brilliant. I'm a big fan of this from a spectator's point of view, being able to watch this quick Counter-Strike. You know, just so quick in towards this A-bomb site, finding headshot after headshot. There's none of this slow, methodical default. I haven't even seen them go B. You know, it's just straight into the A-bomb site, get the kills, walk away, and it's 10-5 here at the half.
Ooh, tabz just sitting in the flames at the end there. Can't do much at the end of the half. 10-5 for Hard Legion. A rather one-sided first half, I think it's fair to say. And looking at the stats for both these teams in terms of whether they prefer the T or CT side, both teams do slightly better on their T side in terms of win percentages on Inferno, but that doesn't account for a 10-5 lead at the half. Maybe you'd expect an 8-7 or a 9-6. 10-5 is a bit far-fetched for Japaleno to come back from, but like you said, it's doable. It just relies pretty heavily on this pistol round. There's not much room for error here for Japaleno. They've got to make sure they step on up, and they've got to make sure they can shut down Krad, because he's just been destroying them.
Well, he has. 21-8, Alex. What a monster. You know, I'm sure there's some sad individual in Twitch chat, and I'm not reading it right now, but I'm just assuming. Why do casters keep talking about Krad? How could you not talk about Krad? He was literally the only player doing anything throughout the first half there for Hard Legion for the most part. Then we've seen Forrester step up. kinqie got a few kills, but other than that, they still haven't done a whole lot. Krad is basically a one-man army. It's basically Krad Legion versus Japaleno, and right now, it's not looking good for Japaleno.
Yeah, Forrester definitely had a couple of decent rounds in there.
Oh, he definitely did. That's why I was pointing out. Like, he definitely stepped up towards the end of that first half, but throughout the start, it was certainly just Krad.
Well, the odds over at Unicorn favoring Hard Legion right now. Make sure to check those out if you think you know which way this one's going to go. It's currently looking good for Hard Legion, but that could all change in this second half. Into the CT side, Hard Legion picking up 5 sets of Kevlar. So they've got to make sure they lock down those bomb sites. They've got to make sure they don't allow the bomb to be planted. As for Japaleno, a couple of the players are buying up some utility. They've also got a couple of P250s in play on the Japaleno side, which are always nice to have.
Yeah, I feel like most teams are starting to do this now, where they just have at least one P250 in play on the T side. Usually it's 2 now. But flash around the corner. It's going to be kinqie that pulls himself off and gets back into the B-bomb site. Second orange is the position he will take. Japaleno not committing to it yet, though. They still have a lot of utilities, so it'd be ill-advised to commit without throwing that. And svyat's going to go on a bit of an information play again, not finding anything. And a bit of a quiet game, unfortunately, here. svyat, that was his opportunity to get going in the second half, but now the push comes through. The smokes are up. kinqie with one. Krad, this time not doing anything. kinqie gets another headshot, but the B-bomb site, it has fallen. And this is looking good now for Japaleno's chances in the pit stop. Forster and Rage have to pull off a retake, and they haven't got a kit.
Yeah, they didn't buy a kit at the start of the round either, so it is just down to the pistols to land some shots quickly. And as long as Japaleno sit back, they should be good to win this one. dezon already deals with Rage, and, well, Forrester's looking for fights, but they're just not giving in them. Now they peek all together. Oh, nothing for Forrester to do at the end there. 3 players pushing his position. Japaleno take that pistol round, that much-needed pistol round, with a nice B execute, getting themselves a 6th round win on the boards. But as is so often the case in our current economy system, Dinko, it looks like we're getting a force buy into the 2nd round from Hard Legion, going for the scouts and the pistols.
Well, we'll see if Hard Legion can pull this off. We know they're good on the deagles, and that's why Japaleno are providing quite a bit of respect to it so far. Very passively over towards the A side of things. They've left FREDDyFROG over here on the Mac 10, tucked in the corner outside of the apartments, waiting for some aggression from the CT side. The rest, though, positioned over towards the B side of the map. FREDDyFROG's position is actually really good because not only do you catch a player off guard who's coming through the apartments, but you can also see if anybody gets aggressive down middle or second mid or through the apartments itself. So it's quite a good information play if you're kind of the only player left over towards A. And he still is this only player, making a little bit of a play now on his own. Through the smoke, he'll go. Krad trades positions. They walk past each other in the smoke. FREDDyFROG still here. Hasn't seen anybody, doesn't know where they've gone, and well, there we go, finally get something. FREDDyFROG catches Forrester, but the push is coming in towards the B-bomb site. It's going to be FREDDyFROG and tabz finding the kills, and now it's Rage, kinqie, and svyat trying to get involved. They're going to walk up in towards the A-bomb site. Library has been taken by FREDDyFROG, and now this round is looking good for Japaleno as they relocate themselves back over towards A.
Yeah, that all just comes down to FREDDyFROG hearing those steps. Because he sits in the smoke, he hears the player rotating. He realizes that Hard Legion are just fully thinking it's a B play at that point. You could see how hard they were rotating over to B. You could see that FREDDyFROG cut off that rotation. And as soon as he realized how many players had left A, he just calls his team back. They fake the execute onto B. They come back to the A site, knowing there's probably a maximum of like 1 or 2 players there. And it works out wonderfully for them. Japaleno only losing a single player in the round. Good timing from FREDDyFROG as well to go into that smoke, because really Hard Legion could have spotted him if the timing was slightly different there. A bit unfortunate for Krad that he doesn't get that information. That's why they rotated in the first place, because Krad pushed into top mid and thought it was clear. So that's a bit of a shame, but it's what Hard Legion have to deal with. Just pistols in this round. In fact, just USPs for Hard Legion in this round. They've bought a couple of nades, though, so they've got some sort of plan. Some flashes in there as well. With just the USPs, it's going to be a bit difficult to make the most of those flashes, unless they really are on point. But here's Forrester with a Zeus up close. Oh, long-range Zeus, but he gets the kill. Plessen there for the trade, though.
Well, Hard Legion now getting aggressive into towards Banana. dezon's position. He's going to be under a lot of fire and actually is dealt with rather easily. And tabz goes for the long spray on the AK. He'll only manage one. Relaxa having to come in and pick up the scraps, and he will. Is kinqie last alive now? 1 versus 2, but quite a bit of damage done by Hard Legion in this round. They find 3 kills. Maybe potential a little bit more here for kinqie. Unlikely, but there certainly is some potential. Probably just save the AK though. I'll be happy enough with that if I'm kinqie. Just run back to T-spawn, carry that into the next round, and you'll have a little bit of extra cash to play with, and an AK in the next round here as well. So, not bad. It's going to be 10-8 though. Japaleno, they needed to get off to a good start here in the second half, and that's exactly what they've done, Alex.
Yeah, very successful round for Hard Legion, though, considering they literally did have 5 USPs and that one Zeus in there. They used their nades pretty nicely. They got those flashes onto Banana to be able to try and take those fights in the first place, but they still had to land some really good shots. So props to Hard Legion for this round.
The radio is annoying me too. Destroy it, gang. Let's go. What? It's indestructible. There we go. You know, if your radio is ever doing your heading, ladies and gentlemen, that's really annoying you, don't stab it. Shoot it instead.
There you go. You learn something new every day. I'm sure some people only just learned what a radio is, because that's outdated technology, Dinko. We have the internet now. We can listen to whatever song we choose. Why would I choose to listen to random stuff on the radio, which normally sucks?
I mean, they do play the same song over and over again. You have to listen to these completely obnoxious, boring boomer people talking all the time, and it's awful.
There you go.
We should make our own radio show, Alex.
Who would listen to that?
Me?
Not who listens to radio anymore. Okay, you'd listen to your own radio.
Of course,
Great.
yeah, of course I would.
Okay.
I mean, I listen to sport radio sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair.
They have some good podcasts and stuff, but other than that, you know, it doesn't really count. Now we're going to see what can go on down on the A bomb side. We have got 4 players over here from the T side. Currently 4 from the CT side as well. So we got ourselves a big duel coming in towards this A bomb side. Lots of death on the cards. We'll see which team comes out on top though, as Japaleno start to put pressure in towards the long area. Rage rings 1 shot out, and now Krad is going to go over towards library. He won't be reading any books though. Instead, he will be delivering death, or taking death, as he is shot through the smoke by a blinded Plessen. And that's going to be a man advantage picked up for Japaleno as they relocate and go back in towards Banana. The rest of the squad arriving here as well. 3 players over this A side for the CT side, just the one, and that's Svyat. The player who's been so quiet really needs to have a heroic, monstrous performance here.
The molly might buy him a bit more time, but that's already been extinguished, so they're moving above his position. Oh, Svyat gets that first kill. More players coming his way, and he can't find them. Plessen's able to trade it out. And that might not be enough from Svyat, just a 1-for-1 trade. Even though the rotate's arriving, they're smoked out of position. Hard Legion will wait those smokes out, and Rage almost lands a shot there. 2 players at triple. Oh, there was an elbow showing, but it's not showing any longer. Boost is coming in for Japaleno. If only there was a Molotov, that would be the real difference maker here, but both these players can sit back and triple safely. And here comes Forrester trying to close the distance. He's got to deal with the players up close, and that won't happen for him. Rage still can't find the angle. He's been waiting so patiently, but Japaleno sit back, play it safe, and they're going to win themselves a 9th round. So this game's starting to heat on up now.
Like a Japaleno. Oh, okay. Rage, unfortunate, is overrun, and no one else dying to the bomb here on the T side. So 10-9, nothing saved over from Hard Legion. Money in the bin. When Hard Legion can't dictate the pace, that's where they've started to slow down a little bit here. Japaleno getting comfortable on the T side. And well, that monumental lead, 10-5, is now gone. Rage has got an AWP in his hands though. Gonna be a real slow buy here from Hard Legion, trying to figure out what they want. They've got an AWP, and they've got a couple of pistols. I would like to see a few more pistols here. And Krad is certainly going to allow that to happen here by picking up a deagle. Strange buy. Rage hasn't really been doing a whole lot, but we know how capable this guy is on this AWP. And clearly Hard Legion's still having the faith in him. And that's important because that gives confidence to your AWPer as well, knowing that there's so much faith in him that they're willing to give him the AWP and allow him to try and win them around here. And he certainly can do damage. He's going to go aggressive. It all rides in him finding success, and he's going to miss an easy shot there. That should have been a shot that Rage picks up, but he's going to have to back away. Relocation of the players coming back over towards this A bomb side. That B site is now completely open, so keep an eye on that to see if dezon, player 1 on the map, decides to get aggressive up into Banana, or will they hold on? I've rotated 1 player off, Hard Legion, after not seeing too much go down on the A site. I think, oh, they've come back though. As soon as the utility comes in, and now they're just chopping and changing. Rage is going to go over towards B. And this might just be a good call because they're coming in towards Banana right now. Rage, if you can find one, buy a little bit of time, stay alive, they could win this Hard Legion if they get the rotation in time.
Yeah, the nades are going to be an issue, but Rage lands the shot. They peek before the smoke blooms. This time, Japaleno finally wait out that smoke, but Rage has already got 1 kill on the board. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a second, though. He'd have to get a lucky shot. He'd have to try and use the footsteps. And Rage not landing. Ooh, close on denying the bomb plant, but it goes down. And now Hard Legion have no kit for the retake, so they can try and maybe get some kills. But if they want to win the round, they've got to move quickly. And oh no, Rage has been dealt with. They've got to get that AWP back, but Relaxa's landing shots. Krad luckily gets the AWP into his hands. He'll try and see if he can get out safely. They use the flashbang to allow him to move back. Krad will get away. And it's more about the save and the damage at this point for Hard Legion. The round is already going the way of Japaleno.
Yeah, it was always looking that way. I mean, from the beginning of the round, the most important thing here is that they save this AWP for Rage. And I like that he doesn't throw away the AWP into too much of a dangerous position. It's still recoverable. Krad gets it into the next one. And I mean, there was an idea behind that from Hard Legion. They certainly could have made it happen if they commit to that A-bomb site. You've got the full stack of 5 players there. I like that they were trying to approach it with a different style, because in those kind of rounds you have to at least try something, right? You can't lie down and just play a default, because it's not going to work most of the time. So they try and change it up. I like the approach. I like the idea. It just doesn't really work for them. And now they've got to buy in this one. Double AWP setup. Krad on the AWP. He's also very good at this gun. So we have got ourselves an important round coming up for Hard Legion. They've invested everything into this. They lose this, and this one Japaleno is starting to look really comfortable on this T side.
Ooh, Forrester was about to pop up. And the timing is important here. FREDDyFROG's ready for it. Lands the dink through the wall. Forrester down to 19 health. As you were saying earlier, Krad's definitely capable of making plays, capable of being a playmaker with the AWP, but in this round, he's alone on Banana. So if Japaleno commit to A, it's not going to be down to Krad. It's going to be the rest of the team that have to step up. And with Japaleno continuing to stick around this A site, it's looking more and more likely they might go for this A play, stacking themselves into the apartments. The apartments rush is a dangerous one, though. If their flashbangs aren't successful, they could easily get mowed down by the CTs here. There are a couple of players looking at the apps right now, and here we go. It's the pop out of the apartments. kinqie with the first kill. Now he's alone. He gets a second. Trades keep on coming into the bomb site, and it's back to a 2v2, but it's the 2 AWPs left for Hard Legion. That could be difficult here on this retake.
Well, the retake on the double AWP setup. Do they want to risk it? They have no utility. Now I've got the kit, but Krad has decided to go with a deagle instead. Counter utility coming in from FREDDyFROG as well is really making this difficult to get back in. It's really making it difficult to even find a foothold. I think this has to be the safe call. No other option, unfortunately, here. Krad actually finds an AK. So now there is a chance. He's going to move forward, but he has to be quick. tabz now on the pit. Big shot. Small chance. Not really a big fan of it. And it's going to be a round picked up for Japaleno, 11 to 10. That was kind of an interesting decision from Krad, I have to say. One that doesn't really pay off.
Yeah, if Hard Legion still want to buy, I guess Rage could drop a gun over to him. We'll wait and see if they make that choice. But first, you guys should go ahead and check out Hellcase. You can use the SLTV code for extra money in your account. The code is SLTV15 for a 15% refill bonus over on Hellcase. And it looks like while we were doing that, Hard Legion have made up their minds. They've decided they are going to be going for the full spy into this round. AWP goes out for Rage, and oh no, Dinko, it's a pause, and that means we look at the water wheel.
The water wheel of nothingness.
Exactly.
This is a different water wheel, though. It is.
Is it?
Yeah, there's 2 water wheels. So there's one behind this. And then there's this one in front.
You know what's going to happen, Dinko? I'm going to be playing Inferno, and I'm going to look at that water wheel, and I'm going to get flashbacks and PTSD, exactly. And my teammates are going to be like, what the hell is this guy doing? And I'm going to start shooting the water wheel and be like, no, I hate pauses.
Be the most impactful thing you do in a game.
Pretty much. I probably missed the water wheel, let's be real.
Oh, not if you're scoping with your SG Cyrex,
Very
though.
true, very true.
Your trusty skin with a scope on top.
Stat track as well, Dinko.
Stat track. It is stat track. I feel like we have lost well, we started to see the AUG and the SG just fizzle out completely now, right? Took a few weeks for it to become completely obsolete. We've still seen some people pick it up. Mostly AWPers, actually, when they couldn't afford the AWP, they would go for the Krieg. But now we're not even seeing that happen anymore. And the AUG used to be picked up a few times here and there, people experimenting with that. But I feel like we are just seeing normal Counter-Strike resume now. It's just the AKs and the M4s, and we don't really see a whole lot of SG or AUG usage anymore. But yeah, I'm kind of a fan of it. I like the little excursion that we had, enjoying the Krieg. I enjoyed just the mentalness of it, how the AUG changed the game. It was interesting to see. But yeah, it's much better being back to normality and feeling how CS plays out with the AKs and the AWP and just have that set up. I'm a big fan of this type of Counter-Strike. And I'm sure we've got a lot of new players as well that aren't aware of what Counter-Strike used to be like, right? So this is probably newer to them, just being back to the AKs.
Yeah, back to the good old guns. Back to the old-fashioned way. Good to see the AK's back. I think that the other surprising thing about the SG was how long it had been in the game in that way.
In that sort, yeah.
And no one had ever figured it out. No one ever knew. And I think teams might start to look at some other guns now and be like, maybe this gun is viable, right?
I don't think there is any other viable guns though.
Probably not.
M249 and dual Beretta meta. That is what is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Also, the interesting part was, I think a lot of it was just kind of the culture, you know, the way CS players are elitist, right? You know, we're not going to use scopes as Call of Duty guns, right? So a lot of that stopped people from even touching the guns, right? That sort of peer pressure. So maybe that kept people from discovering its overpoweredness. Svyat is gonna.
I was going to say, you should see how many comments are on my profile calling me a COD noob player.
I'm sure there's quite a lot. Well, a lot of kills coming in here from Hard Legion. 3 early on, actually. Relaxa and tabz just kind of locked out of this round. Nice little boost over the top here. Krad nearly dropping tabz. It is going to be the clean sheet ruined. Relaxa splashes blood all over it by taking down kinqie. And now he's going to be sitting back. He'll go forward, peeking out to the left side. Nice big kill on towards svyat, looking for another. And I think they realize no more peeking Relaxa. He's just going to continue to kill us. So he's going to recover the bomb and back away from the position. 20 seconds. His teammates in T-spawn having none of it, looking at the water wheels. And Relaxa, well, he's going to do the same.
He's a little bit nervous of the apartments. Moves into underpass, where he could maybe be caught if Hard Legion were very quick about it. But they're not moving in. They're focusing on their own money, which isn't established. So Hard Legion get themselves their 11th round on the board. Back to an even scoreline. Back to a close game. Finally a CT round win for Hard Legion, though, who remain favourites, according to our odds over on Unicorn. But those have shifted slightly in favour of Japaleno after some recent success for them on this T side.
Oh, a big peek from Krad. They line up. That's going to be 2 kills on the A1S. Early openings going in favor of Hard Legion, and that's just dispelled 2 players immediately from their B bomb side approach. Well, that's the start. Now, Hard Legion, they've got so much utility. They can just turtle up in towards the bomb sites. Just hold on, lock Jalapeno out with their utility, and really drain this round out. This is so good from Hard Legion.
Yeah, really good start to the round, and it's that man again, Krad, having impact for his team. He's had 9 rounds where he's been able to pick up multi-kills so far, and it's generally led to success and round wins for Hard Legion, and it should lead to a round win in this one as well, with a 5v3 advantage, with none of the Hard Legion players taking a single point of damage. They're in such a good spot here, and they also have so many nades left on the Hard Legion side. They've got a couple of smokes, which they could use to delay. They've got a ton of flashes, which could make a big difference in this round. And Krad is also playing a massive off angle here. making sure he can fight with his teammate who's boosted up on the triple box. And you can see that Relaxa was not ready for that. Not ready for the second man. Krad gets set up for his third kill of the round. And Japaleno might be stuck saving, although they're going to try and run into this A site.
Well, Forrester is going to be back in the corner. They're going to start running forward. Forrester with one. It's tabz gone. Now Plessen, the last remaining player, 10 seconds on the clock. Rage is going to find Plessen, gets rid of him. 12th round picked up now for Hard Legion. They're 4 away from victory. Money in the bin here for Japaleno and most of their players. They should be able to afford a buy, thanks to FREDDyFROG and Relaxa's bank accounts. And also tabz can afford an AK armor here as well. It's Plessen, really, who's the player without the cash. He's got to get a little drop on over. But certainly an important round coming up here for Japaleno, and I believe they're the team that will have called for this tactical timeout.
That would make sense, wouldn't it? 12-11 lead for Hard Legion. The CT side has seemed to be much better for them recently. They're starting to win some rounds. Krad's having impact again. He's got the AWP out for this one. And Japaleno have made up their minds as to what they want to buy into this one. FREDDyFROG had some extra cash so he can get the AK. But the rest of them all going down to pistols. At least with some nades to work with on the Japaleno side. That could help them open up this round. Rage is peeking all the way down mid though. Doesn't spot anyone early. Japaleno not giving him the chance for an early fight. Let's see what Japaleno decided to do with all the utility they have. First smoke deployed by tabz goes over to A long. And currently Hard Legion have stacked much more heavily onto this A site, which looks to be the correct call right now as Japaleno are stacked at top mid.
Minute and 7 seconds left. They're going to start walking forward in towards the A-bomb site. Forrester back in the pit. Managed one on the FREDDyFROG. kinqie able to get another. Well, the lineup is all through. It's just tabz and he's picked off. It's 13-11. Hard Legion, 3 away now from victory. And here comes the buy from Japaleno. It's going to be the AK in the hands of tabz. dezon as well. AWP finally picked up as well here. But Hard Legion, double up setup. AK in play as well. They are definitely looking like the better side when you take a look at their economy left over as well. Japaleno, they not only need to win this round, Alex, but they need to win it convincingly. They have to make sure they limit the casualties. Otherwise, you know, they lose, they bring it down into a 1 versus 1, 2 players staying alive. Their money is not going to be good for this next round.
Ooh, run boost over for Rage to get him into the apartments quicker, but the Molotov denies him. Hard Legion have stacked 3 players on the B side of the map this time, and that nade did lots of damage. dezon's down to 11 health. He tucks on into the tree position, but they could see over that smoke if they decide to go up on those logs. Oh, flash from svyat is about to move on in, and dezon's been spotted. dezon's been dealt with. Flash comes back over the top from Japaleno. They want to continue to contest for Banana, but kinqie's here alongside svyat. This is such an awkward setup to deal with. Well played by Hard Legion, getting all the kills they need. And Japaleno have to get themselves back into this round. They've got to make some plays.
Gonna take a huge performance, and while Plessen spotted, he's gone. FREDDyFROG having to back away. Cannot do anything now in this 1 versus 5. Probably not even going to be able to save this on over. Money for days here on Hard Legion. They're going to be hunting him. Pack of wolves. Seconds now on play. He'll peek in towards Banana, but I think his time is limited. Spotted, and Krad will get rid of him. 5 players stay alive in Hard Legion. Not a single player survives here for Japaleno. It's looking like it's going to be map point here for Hard Legion on Inferno. And for the most part in recent rounds, once Hard Legion kind of settled into the second half, it really didn't feel like Japaleno even stood a chance.
Yeah, we haven't talked too much about the overall map pool in this best of 3, because this is Hard Legion's pick. It's also a map that Japaleno play pretty often, though. It's actually a map that Japaleno sometimes pick themselves. So it's a good map for both teams, but clearly Hard Legion are the ones looking better on it right now.
Oh,
and then the next map, ooh, wow, yeah. Forrester gets a nice pick. was going to say, the next map is going to be Vertigo, which is a real surprise pick from Japaleno. That's going to be interesting to watch. But right now, it's still Inferno, and it's Hard Legion off to a good start.
Yeah, it's a good little double peek, actually. They had a player looking down in towards middle. That was Rage. And they also had that flash coming in from kinqie to allow his teammate Forrester to peek from the apartments down in towards second middle. So they had eyes early on in towards mid and second mid. You're almost guaranteeing yourself an early pick. I didn't quite catch if Krad was aggressive on Banana, but with the way Hard Legion play, I'm assuming he was. And so therefore, Alex, they're almost guaranteed at least one opening there. Or at least setting themselves up for the highest percentage to find that opening, I should probably say.
And Krad might be setting himself up for another chance here, but the flashbang forces him to drop the smoke. 44 seconds left. tabz needs to get the timing right, and unfortunately he does not. svyat is committed to Banana here. That's an AK recoverable by Japaleno, but Krad should be landing his first shot, and there's the follow-up, making it look easy on both of those frags. Nice and precise from Krad, nice and clean on those kills. And Hard Legion go up to just 1 round away from victory. And it would be nice for Krad to get the 30 bomb before the end of this game, Dinko, but we'll wait and see.
In a way, it's kind of nice to see everybody else kind of step up on the Hard Legion side here in the second half as well. You know, Krad hasn't had to do as much of the heavy lifting. Japaleno, though, job done. Or will they fight back here? 4 away from victory. Sorry, 4 away from overtime. And it's going to be svyat catching out tabz. Getting given a fine one as he turns around and nearly gets the follow-up, but it's Plessen on the double kill. 2 openings. Krad having to rotate over from the B-bomb site along with the rest of the squad now as the A-bomb site's completely empty, but Japaleno haven't taken advantage of that. Not aware that there was a stack, and how could they be? You know, privy to the information, they are not. They will be taking their time. They've missed an opportunity, though. I think one player eventually is probably going to rotate off here from Hard Legion back towards that B side, and that's going to be svyat. Japaleno not fully committing on towards the A-bomb side just yet. They have to leave svyat over towards B. Make sure he can gather some information if they do come that way. But Japaleno just taking their time. Eventually, they're going to go in towards this A-bomb site. They realize there's just over a minute left on the clock when they initially got those 2 kills in towards middle. And Hard Legion have adjusted their defense accordingly. Currently 2 players over here on the A side of things, one close in towards the bomb side itself. That's Forrester tucked up in the box. They also have Krad off towards the library. He can spot them coming out the balcony, and now Forrester's position is going to be perfect for them to line up, but it's Relaxa with a quick kill, and now they have the bomb site. They've seized control, and they're going to get the bomb planted. Krad not landing any shots. He's going to be shut down. Headshot through the gap, edge of the smoke, and it's svyat now. Less than a 1 versus 3. Will it be a victory here? I don't think so. Japaleno, first step in a very long road back into things. And now they're starting to look at a 15-12 scoreline. That's certainly doable. svyat is going to save that op on over. Realizes the round win is definitely not on the cards, and actually prevents the op from getting into the hands of the T side. And that's a very important job done there by svyat. They won't be able to afford one here over on Japaleno. So good stuff. Saves it on over for the exit frogs as well. They know he saved the op, and it's going to be 15-12. Hard Legion. Still a chance to take it over the line. Plenty of map points here. Plenty of cash in the back pocket. It's really the pressure on Japaleno. Can they make it happen here?
Yeah, that's one of the worries for Japaleno, is just how strong the economy is for Hard Legion. They get another buy. They're not going to be against a low buy anytime soon, at least not in the next round. Hard Legion will still have cash, so it has to be consistent full buy victories for Japaleno. They're not going to get to do it the easy way. It's against full gun rounds, and some quick banana aggression could have been costly. I thought those nades would do a bit more. Plessen is down to half health, but Japaleno get themselves onto banana safely, forcing Hard Legion away from that side of the map. In general, though, I think Japaleno have had a bit of a better time on the A side of things. Maybe partly because Krad has been playing on Banana in most of these rounds with the AWP, so they haven't wanted to go into his position, and Rage has just been picked off. That was a spam through the apartments that took down the AWPer. tabz was so far away, but the bullets connect through the apps. Those paper-thin walls get shot through. And now with a little over a minute left on the clock, Japaleno get themselves a nice man advantage to work with. Wow.
Oh, Krad through the smoke, cashing out Relaxa. And Force is going to get aggressive, spots the bomb. He's supposed to play walking back in second middle, but the peek from middle coming through is nearly perfect timing for Force, so he manages one, but not the second. tabz is there to reply. Now we've still got a 3v3, 35 seconds left. Japaleno, a lot of work to do now for them. They're going to gather inside of the apartment. Krad coming back in through bottom middle. There's the right side. He could get this. Oh, there it is. The kill on a Plessen. Now the push has to come through. The last two remaining players coming in from the balcony. The perfect setup to deal with this as well. This looks like Hard Legion should have this one in the bag. If it isn't for some heroic performances, and it's not going to happen. It's going to be kinqie and svyat with the kills. They'll close it up as Hard Legion will take Inferno.
Yeah, it comes close, but Hard Legion win their pick on Inferno. And up next is a bit of a wild card in Vertigo. Not a pick we expected from Japaleno, but they probably put some practice into it. And we'll see if that's the case after the break.